The first inventions in human history are not exactly known for certain. However, based on estimations, the first inventions made by humans during the prehistoric period, which started around 2.5 million years ago, may include stone tools. Stone tools are among the oldest tools in human history. Humans began transforming stones into useful tools such as axes, scrapers, and other tools around 2.5 million years ago. It is possible that early humans discovered the utility of stones as tools by observing how animals used them. For example, primates and other animals use stones to crack open nuts, dig for insects, and defend themselves against predators. Early humans may have noticed these behaviors and began experimenting with using stones as tools for their own purposes. They may have initially used stones for basic tasks such as breaking open shells and bones to access the marrow inside. Over time, they developed more sophisticated techniques for shaping stones into knives, scrapers, and other tools. Fire. Humans discovered fire around 1.5 million years ago. Fire has been used for many purposes such as cooking food, heating, and protection. Early humans may have discovered fire by observing the natural phenomenon of volcanic eruptions. When volcanoes erupt, they spew molten lava and ash, which can ignite nearby vegetation and create wildfires. It is possible that early humans, who lived in close proximity to active volcanoes, observed these events and became curious about the properties and uses of fire. To experiment with creating their own fires, early humans may have used materials such as dry grass, leaves, and sticks. It is also possible that they used natural flint or other stones to create sparks that could ignite kindling. Language. Although it is not known exactly when humans began to speak, the invention of language greatly improved communication among humans. It is possible that early humans developed language as a way to better coordinate group activities during hunting and gathering. This theory suggests that language was not primarily invented for communication between individuals, but for communication within groups. Early humans likely hunted and gathered in groups for survival, and the ability to effectively coordinate actions within these groups was crucial. Language would have allowed group members to communicate and coordinate more effectively, leading to greater success in hunting and gathering. Over time, the use of language may have expanded beyond these activities to include other areas of social interaction, such as storytelling, rituals, and trade. As language evolved and became more complex, it may have also played a role in the development of culture, identity, and social organization. Clothing. Humans began making clothing using animal skins and plant fibers around 100,000 years ago. It is possible that clothing was invented as a way for humans to protect themselves from insect bites and other environmental hazards. As early humans migrated to different regions, they would have encountered new insects and other creatures that posed a threat to their survival. By covering their bodies with animal skins and plant fibers, they may have been able to protect themselves from bites and stings. Over time, this evolved into more sophisticated clothing as humans developed a sense of fashion and style. Additionally, clothing may have also been used as a way to communicate social status or group identity. Farming. Humans began farming around 10,000 years ago. This led to a transition to a sedentary lifestyle and the formation of larger populations. It is believed that the invention of agriculture was a gradual process that took place over thousands of years. However, there is a lesser-known theory that suggests that agriculture was actually a result of a catastrophic event. According to this theory, a massive flood or other natural disaster wiped out most of the wild game and plants that early humans relied on for food. In order to survive, humans were forced to cultivate their own crops and raise animals for food. This sudden shift in their way of life led to the invention of agriculture as we know it. While there is little concrete evidence to support this theory, it is an interesting idea to consider when examining the origins of agriculture. Writing. Writing, invented in Mesopotamia around 5,000 years ago, greatly improved communication among humans and helped to preserve knowledge. It's possible that writing was invented as a way to record and preserve important knowledge about the natural world, such as the movement of stars and planets or the behavior of animals. In ancient societies, this knowledge was often passed down orally from generation to generation, but it was difficult to ensure that the information was accurately transmitted and retained. Writing may have originated as a way to create a more permanent and reliable record of this knowledge. The earliest forms of writing, such as pictographs and hieroglyphics, were likely used to record important observations and events in a visual form. As writing systems evolved, they became more sophisticated and abstract, allowing for the recording of increasingly complex ideas and concepts. Over time, writing may have also taken on additional functions, such as a means of communication between individuals or a way to keep records of economic transactions. However, its origins may have been rooted in a desire to better understand and document the world around us. The wheel. The wheel was invented in Mesopotamia around 3,500 years ago and revolutionized transportation. There are various theories about the invention of the wheel, but one lesser-known theory suggests that the wheel was initially created not for transportation purposes, but for pottery. According to this theory, the wheel was first used by potters in ancient times to create symmetrical pottery pieces. Potters would place a lump of clay on a spinning wheel, and as the wheel turned, they would shape the clay into a perfect circular shape. Over time, this technique was adapted for transportation purposes, and the wheel was attached to carts and wagons for easier movement of goods. While this theory is not widely accepted, it provides an interesting perspective on the possible origins of the wheel. Some of the information about when and how these inventions were made is based on estimations. However, these inventions made during the early stages of human history played an important role in the development of modern humanity.